Okay, it's now connected. So let's stream a little bit. Let's put some music. Okay, that's mine. Look at it. URL. Let's put this over here just to check everything is working fine. Just to check. Okay, close this. Open my chat. Okay, let's put some music. Let me know you can hear it. I think I can put more volume and reduce volume in my. What's that music? Is that Dragon Ball? I'm not sure if that have copyright, so let's change the music. Let's put this. Maybe should have posted on Instagram too. So I'm gonna do it. Give me a second, just taking a little screenshot. And I have this image on big, so I'm gonna put it over here. Doing a little bit of shit. And copy the text. Oh no, I put the wrong one. Give me a second just to take a picture. That's funny when I put it in this way. So I'm gonna change everything to this. Maybe I'm gonna do this just to make it look to this. Now that I already have the picture. Okay, what is this? I don't know what is this. Now that I already have the picture, I'm gonna upload it to Instagram just to make a. Okay, just... Coño. Wait a minute. I'm just trying to copy the text. I should add a link. This is Twitch. Oh no, the URL is this one. This is the one for YouTube. I delete this and add another link. Solo se puede agregar uno solo. That's dumb. But what? I'm gonna put it on Twitch. Let me try some music. Give me a second. Whatever music, doesn't matter. What's this thing? This is silly. This? Yeah, let's do this one. I don't think it. Okay. So now that I'm back, grab my pencil and start checking what we're gonna do on today's session. First, I'm gonna add my really cool screen to check references. That is Pinterest. I am just using Pinterest for my reference all the time, even if it's plagued right now with AI stuff that I don't like, but well, something. I'm gonna do something real quick in the chat. Let me see. Hello. See if this appears in my transmission. Okay, I can see it, and it also appears in my transmission. Okay, I just need to try to delete the ads for the people who's watching on Twitch, because that sucks. Okay, I already have the music, I already have the camera, I have 7 minutes. Okay, I just need to move this over here and this over here and add my Pinterest screen. So, oh, scroll. Yeah, now you can see my Pinterest screen over here, right? On the left. That's really cool. So, what should I work today? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to continue the drawing that I was making the other day, the tiny landscape. But I also have this big illustration that I'm working on right now that I'm not sure if I want to finish. Maybe not on stream. Maybe I can show you a little bit later. It's the continuation of this little drawing, but I just turning it into oh sorry, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, now you can see what I was talking about. I have this illustration over here that is a continuation of this tiny sketch, but I think I'm gonna continue this sketchbook page with some studies. I was even adding like a little bit of extra detail to this one, if you can see it, like a tiny bit, just to make it look more finished. I think I'm going to do that with the other ones, but right now I'm just going to I think I'm going to move this towards this page so I can work on the right side. Moving this over here, and I can make like new drawings on this one, on this side. So I just need to grab some cool reference. Maybe today we should change the subject. Instead of desert, we can draw another thing. We can draw a different thing. At the end of the day, they are just like tiny sketches, tiny studios with different techniques. So let's grab something cool. Let's see what else we can find in the home of Pinterest. See if we can find something that looks cool or approachable to draw, because this one like this are pretty cool. This kind of image, but the things like they're super detailed, and it took more time to make than these guys over here. And also the illumination of the lightning is not perfect. Not perfect. It's not so well defined. So you had like a lot of soft shadows and stuff like that. That's kind of harder to make it work. But if I want to make something like that, I can totally do it. I really like this. I had like some sketches like this one, like I just need to finish, but I haven't done that. So let me set it to my callout spin. The illustration is really good. I really like the flow. Ooh. Make your eyes flow through the entire city. It reminds me a little bit of some sketches that I made the other day. Let me show you real quick. Like these tiny sketches. They're not so detailed, right? Like as this illustration, but they cover like the basic sense of movement. You can go from here to here. On this one you have this path, and you know that you can go over here. And with this I can make like a better illustration on top of it. This is like my layout, like my tiny layout for everything. This usually took me like 30 minutes, 15 minutes I mean, sorry. So they're really cool, and they're really awesome to create like really cool environments, and they're easy to work because you make like some regular shaped buildings, and then you made like one or two hero objects, and this can work also like a map for Overwatch. You just need to use the right reference for everything. So maybe in next sessions I should try to turn one of these into a finished illustration. Yeah. So this is one of those, and I just need to finish this one that is bigger. Let me show you real quick. I think it's this one, the painting color. On this one I'm doing like the same workflow of turning one of those tiny sketches into a bigger illustration, but I've been like super lazy with this one. Okay, someone say hi. ¿Qué lo que dice Ochoy? ¿Cómo está todo por allá? Right now I'm just showing what I've been doing. Yeah, pero puedo decirlo en español, no hay problema. No pasa nada. What is the what in the what? Nada, estaba enseñando varias de las ilustraciones que estaba trabajando y viendo qué hacer hoy, pero creo que voy a continuar el sketchbook page en vez de continuar esta que es más grande, porque me da un poco de flojera y tengo que definir muchas cosas. Entonces esta la continúo después. Y está enseñando otros bocetos que tenía ahí guardados para futuras ilustraciones, like tiny thumbnails. So right now I was just making like a little search on Pinterest and showing like different stuff that I like. La música suena muy duro. O sea, me gusta bastante esto. Con esto uno puede trabajar y hacer cualquier cosa. I just save it because I really like it. I think I have this one. Okay, let's keep searching like a really cool environment. I just keep getting distracted by really cool stuff. Let's see this. Looks really cool. This guy is like really good. Xiao Shenbai. Nah, o sea, suena un pelín fuerte, pero no para lo que estás diciendo. Ok, vamos a darle un poquito de volumen. El Cowboy Vivoncio. Something like this. Or still too loud. Yo no estoy seguro si esto influye en el audio de YouTube. ¿Eh? Sí, se influye. El pico se fue demasiado. Pero bueno, voy a continuar haciendo esto. Vamos a... Okay, this guy is really good. Está bueno ese jazzcito de Cowboy Bebop. Este pan es súper bueno. Ok. Vamos a buscar un setting que esté fino para dibujar. Voy a pintar. So what to be? Oh, this one looks really cool. Like more mountains, but this time like doing the opposite to this one. We're doing some snow mountains instead of desert. So that should work. Let's do this like a tiny sketches. Let's create our layout. This one. So this one is desert. Sometimes I wrote desert with double S and turned out that's like a poster, dessert. So let's start drawing. This, let's grab a cool color for drawing, maybe this one. And okay, let's make this boy here. Let's squint my eyes a little bit and make the composition for this page. Okay, maybe this page I can make something different, like something really tall. I don't know what it is yet. And something a little bit more square. Should be, no. Something wider. And small wider one. I like to define first what's gonna do in the composition for the entire page, so I can find reference that fits really well with this. And you already have like a cool layout for the page. It looks like a book, like if you're doing a book. Yeah. I like to call my layers. I'm not sure how can I share this. Okay, I just need to close this one. This one over here. Pero Vix, puntos cercanos. So well, let's start painting. Maybe in the next session I should start using like a clock, just to reduce the time that I spend on each one. I've been having like a little bit of pain of my neck these days. Use this. Let's make this boy over here. This boy over here. So I need to feel exactly fit on the composition just to make it look really good. Okay, let's cut it over here. It's not the sign. So. One, we can do something like this. Take it like this. So you get the shape. Make this little connection over here. Make this one pointier. I want to make this one pointier. Make like this little tiny waterfall. One. So right now I have this big boy over here. Snow. Because this is not the real horizon. The real horizon is over here. And this one is a lake. this tiny mountain over here that goes on top, like this other element. Something that I like to do on this kind of drawing is to separate what is snow and what is rock. But you can also separate everything on light and shadow. That also works. So you need to be like kind of smart with battles you're picking for the story. So right now I'm just doing like an overall extension of everything. Just to have like a little bit of understanding and catching just the feel of this place. It's not exactly like a 1-to-1 1-to-1 copy. That should be like kind of dumb to try to do. The idea is just to show something cool. You can try this technique that we did the other day. That is like going outside of the frame. That makes everything pops a little bit. I should create like a new board where I put all the sketches that I have made, all the studies, but the real picture, right? So I can review it after I make the final image and make some changes, make it look better. Maybe I should create like this new board. Studies for dream. Now all these people over here, so are my friends. Let's make it public. This one is public. Later I can delete everything or whatever. Okay, so now that I have like this tiny video of this, I can start painting. I'll be redoing using the same technique that I used the other day. I was like using like a color, like an orange color, to help me build everything. So to help me build everything in values. So something like this should be like, I don't know, maybe painting this. Maybe mountain, like the entire mountain. Are you streaming YouTube too? Yeah. I'm doing like the multi-streaming thing today. We don't have like stay. Okay. We don't have like too many numbers. Hey man, love your videos. I'm gonna body work with you a bit now. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Bruno. You're working on something digital, something artistic, or you're working on something else, like a different thing. have noticed that there have been like really cool people like showing on when I'm streaming on YouTube, sharing their what they do and stuff like that. Like very supportive, like those guys on Twitch. No, no. Oh, you're a concept artist. That's cool. If you want, you can share your page just so I can see your work. It would be really really cool. Right now, this is just like tiny stories. If you want, it's not obligated. Not it's not mandatory. I like to do this because it reminds me to the work of James Carney, one of my favorite artists. One of my one of my biggest inspirations. And also doing a little bit of this alla prima session, you know, like doing everything on a single set. If you haven't checked that boot, it's really really good. Called alla prima. Awesome way to do this. So, yeah, it's really really good. And by doing this, I can also use this later in the future to make another illustration. So, be right back, my brother. I'll be lurking for a moment. Doesn't matter, man. I'll wait for you for your support. Okay, I think this worked like well enough. Start painting. Maybe I should add those tiny grass of the snow. That this doesn't need to be perfect. Just a tiny hint of what's happened. Okay. This already have a good value structure, so I can start painting on top. So let's grab a cool blue for the background. I tend to work from back to from the background to the foreground. So let's add a little bit more value on this blue for my attempt. Or towards this kind of blue. It's cool because it also makes me to sit a little bit more still, you know, being like a shrimp. Oh, I'm making a little mistake over here because I have my glasses and my glasses have that blue tint filter that makes everything looks kinda brownish. So maybe my colors won't be like too accurate right now. Maybe they're like too light. It should be something like this, a little bit warmer. Let's add just a value. This is more like a glaze technique. So I can start squinting a little bit and darkening areas. with this design. This brush and start adding a little hint of the other colors that we want on this landscape. A bit of brown to these rocks, and let's move to the blue for the snow already. That's something. Something we can do. Go here and go this one here. This. And we can add a little bit of this one for the snow. Cadmium white. Wait, cadmium yellow? It's called the color. So let's separate everything. Add a little bit of whiteness to the snow. For now, it's looking really cool. When I erase the line work, that's better. Is multiply and reduce the opacity so I can paint better on top. I understand better my values, because anything is like pure white. So let's make stop in value on 90% white. That's the most white I can go. And try to go wider than that. And on my darkest value, let's make it like 20% black. This should be the maximum darkness. That I can add to each object. Always closing to those values. You can see it's like 30%. Let's polish a little bit this. Maybe I can make this a little bit darker, like 80%. I'm doing like a little gradient top to bottom. Regine is giving 1 subscription of that one. Oh, gracias, Regina. Mi amada querida, preciosa, linda y primorosa. Qué lindo. Gracias por la suscripción. Se aprecia mucho. We shall stream together in the future. We were talking that yesterday. Let's go for the deep blue for this. And a darker value for this area. Try to use just a single brush, and that's make everything a little bit difficult at the beginning, but it totally works. When you erase this, it looks really cool. And I also enjoy. Oh my god, I have like one ad um, on Twitch. Okay, like back to the drawing. I was saying that I like to use like a single brush because it looks really good when you erase the liner, and I also do really enjoy having those warmer hints in the back because when I delete it, it looks really well in composition. Just as it. So I can erase a little bit this and continue working with this. Right now I'm just trying to be a little bit more comfortable like speaking and drawing at the same time because I'm not so used. Let's make a little value change over in this one. I tend to give class to some students, but doing it on live stream is kind of different because over there I have the live feedback from them when I'm teaching something, but on streaming it's different. It's just talking by myself. Sometimes it's simpler because I'm like a little bit more focused on what I'm doing, you know? But at the same time, you can feel a little bit nervous about messing up or not doing a good job painting what you want to paint, like living up the expectation that nobody has, just yourself. And that's quite funny, or at least I find it quite funny. A little bit. A little bit of this. I think I can change a little bit my brush right now to a square one, just to polish some edges and get it looks more painterly. Why my chat is paused? I don't understand. The reason my chat is paused. It reminded me when I was studying concept art doing this time studies. Wanted that to help. Start painting on top of the line work. You can have like a cleaner version of what you were already working. So, cool. And also reduce the opacity to your layer to 74%. Hi, love. Hola, Drechi. Cita lindo. Hola, Lego. How are you? Everything. Gracias por pasarse a visitar en la transmisión. Just a little recap. Right now I'm doing like some studies, practicing a little bit. Color and composition. Like doing like a tiny sketchbook for myself, but a digital one. That I really like to do. To be too crazy with those details. So I need to be a bit aware of what I'm painting. Doing this is like working on markers. Did my subscription show on the screen? I was watching an ad. No, that sucks. Yeah, your subscription show up on the screen. Also say thanks, and you like 154 kisses, 67 kisses, and you can see it because you were too busy watching ads. That sucks. Oh, you bought 2 subscriptions? No, you shouldn't do that. That's too much. You send that money to to me instead of giving it to those greeter of Twitch. Thanks so much. Did you finish your work day already? This over here have 2. Change a little bit the color and also give a little bit of value. So let's make this look interesting. And close my eyes a little bit. And light distinction. There's a way that I can start adding like a lot of detail to this, but my objective is to avoid that. Yes, I'm actually driving right now, but I'm not looking at the screen. Okay, that's really good. Stop looking at the screen. Drive safe, please. For now, just to give you a hint what I'm doing, I'm painting like some snowy landscapes right now. And just that's it. Just snowy landscape with a square brush. Practicing composition. All the stuff. I should not do like too much zoom on this. You need to avoid that. Now on this we have like this rock, this red boulder that goes over here. We have this. This we should add a little bit of this color. Add a little bit of extra darkness to this one and add a little bit of color variation to this because it looks too clean. Music is really good. And I need to apply so just tiny splashes of ice over here. They're like really tiny, but they are in the reference. I'm covering a little bit of this, adding a little bit of extra color to make this pop a little bit more. Not sure it's better. It's darker. Right now it looks like. Have you go, Anton? I'll try to hang out on your stream more often. Flawless to this, man. See you soon. Thanks, man. Don't forget to send your page so I can see your work. That should be great. Thanks so much for passing by. Let's add some rocks over here. More aware what I'm painting. And right now, I think I can have this fill and going like 92% white because I want to make this tiny area over here to pop a little bit more. Just this little area, and also this little one over here. And on this one, but having like a darker value. Cannot totally see it, but it creates like a really cool contrast on everything. So the snow is like really reflective. So by deleting my liner layer, now it looks like this. And by deleting this other boy, this in the layout, it's like this. So let's mark this with a little color. You know what I need to hide when I finish my session. It seems I can post on YouTube. Try to send the link. Oh yes, that kind of stuff. Just send me the name of your social, maybe your Instagram, something like that. Thanks so much for passing by, so I can check it. Okay, we already made one. It only took us like 30 minutes, like 20-25 minutes. I'm not sure. Bruno Velar, that's my actual name. Oh, that's cool. Let me shake it like real good. By VR. Not sure if I'm seeing it, but oh, you have an art station. I think this one. When a bit decided to share, nah, is this your work? It's really good. It seems like you like Naughty Dog a lot. This is more how's it called? The show coming from you is encouraging. No, it's really good. It's really good. It really noticing in your workflow that you really, I really know which artist do you really like. So they're really good. I'm gonna follow you. Oh, this doesn't like me follow. What? Yeah, I'm already following. I did some of this back in the time when I was like really stuck on stuff from Game of Thrones. I really like that. I think I can make this screen a little bit bigger. Give me a second so people can see it better. Okay. Yeah, these are all. Let me see if you have something on maybe on Instagram. Oh, over here you have like some call out of concept art. These are really good. People underestimate how important this is. If you can do this, you are totally high everywhere. I'll give you like. Ah, you're using Blender too. That's really cool. So thanks so much for passing by. I'm really following over here. If I find you on Instagram, I really give you a follow over there. This. I think I should focus in another one. I'm having a look. Hang on, see you. See you, man. Thanks. I think I should. What I was saying. We'll give this one like this because the objective is just to make it like old school, like those old Feng Shui studies that we used to do. With some stuff over here, and honestly, if my objective is to pick something, I should like add a little bit of perspective, something like this. Valley, giving a little bit more towards the blue. instead to the one side. And doing like bigger brush strokes instead of those tiny ones that I'm doing right now. Like doing a bigger one, it's better. So on the next one, we should try like doing just circular brush, just to have like a little experiment, just to make a little better. Something like this, the circle one, but without opacity. That should be great. Erasing the opacity. Just 100% opacity all the time. And erasing this, give me a second, is on the brush settings without transfer. So the brush is always like perfect circle. Oh, I have a subscription. Yeah, give it a subscription, man. Oh, just give the subscription to Ismael. Maybe that's it. That's why you have that subscription. Let's make this one. I know this is a study. So let's check another one. One that you can make with circular brushes. Let's try this. It's like quite challenging. So let's draw the 4. Let's draw this rock for this. Something like this. Have like this. You cannot see it, but it has like this little indentation. Then you have rock, have this. Then you have this bigger boulder over here. This. Then you have this. This. Tower. You have like 2 structures over here that I don't know what they are. And then you have these massive boulders that goes here. They're really weird because this is like giant rock. It's coming out of the way. Like that. Have this shape over here. Let's focus mostly on the shape of the rock. The shape of the snow. Then we have this one, another shape over here. This shape in different parts. Not 100% accurate, but it should make it work. And then we have like this giant ball that goes over here. But, okay, let's try this. For this one, I'm not sure if I want to use the same approach. Let's try it. Okay, so the sky is darker. What we can do over here. So since this sky is darker, let's change the opacity. Now this is the flow. Make the opacity this one 80%. Maybe 60%. This. Separate it. Also. darker than the other two. Como me fui a bañar y apenas estaba haciendo el sketch, el de arriba y la ven y que ya, listo. Así. A veces son súper pequeñitos los bocetos. Y lo estoy pintando como pintábamos antes con, oh my god, I have this selected, sorry. You should not see this. Lo estoy pintando como pintábamos antes cuando hacíamos las vainas así tipo Feng. You know? Like that. Here, the good old days when we are so fat and stupid. Okay, so let's try this. Let's see what we can do. It's gonna be a little bit harder than the other one. Gambare, the Japanese says. So let's try like full opacity on this one. It's gonna be like wide with full opacity. It's like a more graphic approach in everything. So for this one, we should use this and reduce the value, the color. So this should be the color. It's also a really good approach. I have something funny. I was giving class like yesterday. Yesterday I was like giving class to one of my students, and I'm gonna show you something super fun. Darker needs to be way darker. Something like this. Okay, I was giving class to one of my students, right? And I make this. Give me a second. Is this one? And I make this. So I was teaching him about like changing subjects and stuff, and I make this super quick composition, like in 20 seconds. These pyramids in the snow and stuff like that. And it was funny because I make this like super fast. It also looks more realistic than the original reference, that it should be the real one. And it's also funny because if I try to make this for my job, I'd be like searching for reference today instead of making it so quick and so fast. And this one looks really good. But that works well because I wasn't too worried about how it should look. That's it, that's the story. That's how I met your mother. Okay. Oh. Got this. This reminds me a little bit of Kolosov. He made those graphics studios. Everything is red, so layer to this one, and a darker brownish layer to this one. Here we can go to this orange. Really cool. Like really graphic. So right now I can start painting on top again, as I made in with the other reference. Polishing. Maybe I should just make work 100%. perfect shapes. Oh, I hate when I'm doing when I'm trying to change my opacity, the hardness, this is the diameter. But when I'm trying to change the opacity with the numbers, I only change the flow. I don't know why it do this. Maybe I should click over here. No, I hate when Photoshop do this. I think it's with some brushes that it decide if it want to change the flow or change the opacity. So let's make everything 100%. I don't know. To me, that sucks. Yeah, you should try streaming again. Like those stuff like you were doing for layout and stuff like that were like really cool. See, this is what I hate. This doesn't work exactly how I want it to work. To make like tiny boulders. So I just need to change it manually. Yeah, that's not that useful, at least not for me. Over here, you cannot see it in the reference, but it's there. So when you already have defined like the three colors of each thing, like it's easier to replicate over and over again, because you know which side is looking up, which side is looking down, and stuff like that. And with the snow, you don't need to be like too worried, because you can later erase which part you don't like and make cool shapes with it. But it needs to be always that circular brush. You cannot change. That's the challenge. I really like to do that, like giving myself a little challenge and paint without too much worry. The dynamic is always the same. Repeating those shapes. Now, with the rocks and this, you can just erase some stuff. And it doesn't need to be perfect. Here we can add a little bit of green. It's on the reference. It's a nice detail. 40%. Like too subtle. That's a really cool value change. Definition from one side to the other. This over here in my reference is, let's saturate something like this. Saturate here too. I like what I'm seeing. Here you have like a darker value and go to worse. We cannot go into crazy because it looks weird. Over here, something more like this, but going more to a cobalt color. It's like brighter, but also darker. It's weird. Maybe if we do this, we can separate this area from this area. Darker. Something like this. It's a weird approach, but it works. Have these buildings over here. You can make the other building. You need to make this area a bit darker. There you go. Over here we have like a slight gradient, but let's make it from the top. So should be the best option for this. Should be like adding one and then another, or just adding one, picking the color. Picking again the color. I think this one is lighter. This one goes better. This, then here, then acceleration over here. Something like this. Then again, when I delete this, it looks cool. Oh, I made a mistake over here. Let's fix it. So, to be that closer. I can even leave pieces without too much definition, because it's already sell the idea that these are rocks and these are these other things. Stuff like that. This is like another SketchUp, but this time with just circular brush. You can add like a tiny note here and put something that has to do with the sketch. Only like to even design, even my lettering, I like to design that, like adding like some notes to everything, but it looks the same. We'll put like an extra note, no pressure. So I can remember what I did and why I did that. Okay. 2 ones. I think I'm going to drop this sketchbook session for today. already in it like from 1 hour, and I want to fill this page later, like in different sessions, and start feeling like a digital sketchbook, like trying different technique, explaining different stuff. So thanks so much for passing by, and I'll be streaming. I don't know, tomorrow is Saturday. Not sure I'll be streaming during the weekend. So maybe just from Monday to Friday. So again, thanks so much for passing by. See you in the next stream. Bye.